Hello, everyone. I'm James. Welcome back to Easy English for You.
And I'm Alice.
Before we start today, Harish Kumar just joined our membership family. Welcome, Harish Kumar. We are so happy you are here.
Yes, welcome. You are going to love it here.
There is nothing new under the sun.
What?
There is nothing new under the sun. That is how we are starting today.
That's a strong way to start, James.
I mean it, and I will prove it to you in about 30 seconds. Alice, you have been studying English for a while, right?
Yes, a few years now.
Okay, simple question. Why do you think your English speaking is still not fluent?
I don't speak enough.
Keep going.
I translate in my head before I speak.
More?
I get scared of making mistakes, so I just don't say anything.
More?
I forget words right when I need them.
More?
I understand English, but when I try to say it, nothing comes out.
Alice,
Yeah?
you just answered your own question.
Oh, wait.
You already know exactly why you are stuck. You knew it before this episode even started.
Oh my God, I did, didn't I?
Every single person watching right now also just nodded, because they know too. This is what psychologists call the knowing-doing gap. You know what to do, but you don't do it. And that gap, that space between knowing and doing, that is where fluency goes to die.
That is actually a little painful to hear.
Good. Pain means it is true. So today, we're not here to give you new information. You already have the information. Today, we close the gap. We are going to look at 8 walls, 8 places where the gap lives. And for each one, we're going to show you exactly how to cross it.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. Wall number 1. I understand it, but I can't say it.
Oh my God, that is me every single day.
You hear a sentence, you understand it perfectly, but the moment you try to say it, nothing comes out.
It's like my brain knows, but my mouth doesn't know.
Yes, and that is actually true in science. There are 2 kinds of vocabulary in your brain, passive vocabulary and active vocabulary. Passive means you recognize it. Active means you can use it.
And I have a lot of passive, but not much active?
Exactly. Reading and listening build passive vocabulary, but speaking builds active vocabulary. You cannot move one to the other just by studying more.
So reading more won't fix it?
Reading more alone? No. You need output. You need to speak.
Okay, that's wall 1. What's wall 2?
Wall 2 is the grammar check freeze.
Oh no, I know this one too.
You start to say something, then suddenly, wait, is it he go or he goes? Was that past tense? Should I use have?
And then the conversation is already gone.
Yes, the other person has moved on, and you are still standing there checking grammar in your head.
It happens to me all the time.
Here is the truth about grammar. Native speakers make grammar mistakes too, every single day. Nobody stops a conversation to check grammar. Communication first, correction later.
That's actually really freeing to hear.
Wall 3, and this one is very important. The trap of wanting to be perfect.
This one hits hard.
There is a famous story about a pottery class. A teacher split students into 2 groups. Group A had to make 1 perfect pot, just 1. Group B had to make as many pots as possible, quantity only.
I already know Group A made the best pot, right?
Wrong.
Wait, what?
Group B made the best pots because they tried again and again and again. Each pot was a little better than the last. Group A spent all their time planning the perfect pot and never really improved.
So making mistakes is actually the method?
Making mistakes is the method. One wrong sentence said out loud is worth more than 10 perfect sentences in your head.
I need to write that down.
Wall 4. The trap of translating. Alice, what happens in your head when you want to speak English?
I think in my native language first, then I translate it, then I check if it sounds right, then I say it.
How many steps was that?
4?
4 steps. And a native speaker? They just say it.
1 step.
You are running a race with 4 extra bags on your back.
That explains so much.
The goal is to think in English directly, not translate. Just feel it and say it. This takes time, but it is possible. And we will show you a simple exercise for this in the next episode.
Please, yes, I really need that.
Wall 5. The listening illusion.
Oh, I feel good about my listening, actually.
Really? Let me test you. What does this sound like? Jeet jet.
What?
Jeet jet.
I have no idea what that means.
Did you eat yet?
What? That was 3 words?
That is real English. That is how people actually talk. The English you learn in textbooks is slow, clear, clean. Real conversations, words crash into each other.
So my listening is actually a textbook listening skill.
Exactly. You learn to hear edited English, not real English.
That's a little shocking, honestly.
It is fixable, but you have to train with real speed and real voices. Wall 6. You know the words, but you can't put them together.
Like, I know sorry and late, but in the moment, I just say, I'm sorry, and stop.
Right. You could say, sorry I'm late, or my apologies, or I should have been here sooner. You have the blocks, but you don't have the combinations.
It's like having all the Lego pieces, but no instruction book.
Perfect. Exactly like that. The answer is not learning more words. It is learning words in phrases, in chunks. Not just sorry, but sorry about that. Sorry to keep you waiting. My bad.
Oh, learn the whole phrase, not just the word.
Yes, your brain stores phrases as one unit. Much faster to pull out when you are talking.
That makes total sense.
Now here is a question for all of you watching right now. Which of these 6 walls feels most like your wall? Tell us in the comments below. We read every single one.
Yes, please comment. It really helps us understand you better.
Wall 7. Not enough repetition. You learn a phrase today, you feel great. 1 week later, completely gone.
Yes, I learned on the other hand so many times already. Still forget it.
There was a scientist named Ebbinghaus. He discovered something called the forgetting curve. Without review, within 1 day, you forget most of what you learned.
Most of it?
Yes, but here is the simple fix. Review once after 1 hour, once after 1 day, once after 1 week. Just 3 times, and the phrase becomes yours forever. This is a simplified version of his idea, but it works very well in practice.
3 reviews. That sounds very doable.
Wall 8, and this is the biggest one. Not enough speaking. Your total speaking time is too low.
How low are we talking?
Most learners spend 80% of their time listening, 15% reading, and only 5% speaking.
5%. That is almost nothing.
The more you speak, the faster you improve. Always.
But James, where do I speak? I don't have anyone to practice with.
I hear this all the time, and I understand, especially if talking to yourself feels a little strange in your culture. But try this. Just narrate small moments of your day in English, quietly. I'm making coffee. It smells good. I'm going to be late again.
Just to myself? Out loud?
Even in a whisper. Your brain doesn't care if anyone hears. It just needs the practice.
Okay, a whisper. I can do that.
Now, here is the moment I promised you at the start. Alice, did any of these 8 walls surprise you?
Honestly, no. I knew them all. I just never faced them directly.
Exactly. Remember what I said at the very beginning.
There is nothing new under the sun.
Right. The information was never the problem. The knowing-doing gap was the problem. And now you know where your gap is. So, what do you do with that?
Close it, one wall at a time.
That is it. That is the whole answer. The people who become fluent are not smarter. They're not luckier. They just closed the gap every single day. Not perfect, but consistent.
So the secret is, there is no secret?
The secret is that you already knew the secret. You just had to start.
Okay, I feel called out, but in a really good way.
Good. That means it landed.
Can I do the summary?
Please.
Okay, so today we talked about 8 walls. Wall 1, passive versus active vocabulary. Speaking builds the active side. Wall 2, stop freezing to check grammar. Just speak. Wall 3, wrong sentences are how you get better. Be the pottery group. Wall 4, stop translating. Think directly in English. Wall 5, real English sounds very different from textbook English. Wall 6, learn whole phrases, not just single words. Wall 7, review 3 times. 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week. Wall 8, speak more, even alone, even in a whisper. And the big truth today, we already knew all of this. We just have to do it.
Alice, that was really good.
The PDF helped me so much, honestly.
If you want today's full summary as a PDF, join our membership. Link is right below.
It is genuinely so helpful. I use it every week.
And if this video helped you today, please like and subscribe. It helps more people find us. To everyone watching, thank you so much. Listen to this episode again and again. Each time you'll catch something new. That is exactly how language works.
See you next time.
Thanks for watching, and as always, keep going and keep growing.